Have you ever not heard the first 5 seconds of that song and dropped everything that you had, no matter where you were?
We had no awareness that that was maybe inappropriate.
Even though the words were, I want to sex you up?
Correct.
Okay.
This is eggs, bacon, and biscuits. This is exactly what we do every Tuesday morning in America.
We're doing a Space Cadet?
Yay!
Yeah, we get older every day. Got more wrinkles, that's okay. Yeah, we're laughing when we age. Life is like a comedy stage. And that's why we got laugh lines.
Hey everybody, I'm Kim Holderness.
And I'm Penn Holderness. Welcome to Laugh Lines.
If you ever watched like a television at the end of like its broadcast night and they actually signed off, I don't know if I actually remember that.
Okay, then maybe it's just me.
Okay.
I absolutely remember that. In fact, I want to ask you, and maybe I could even ask Sam Allen, our producer, who's going to be with us a lot in this show, how did they sign off? They did the same thing every night. Anyone know this?
I think there was a commercial. It's like, do you know where your children are?
Maybe, but that's not the answer.
Okay.
Sam?
This is nothing to me.
Yeah,
They would play the national anthem with like a waving flag. Most like that
the
was
news stations would do this?
okay, Johnny Carson's done, then whatever the late night is done, and then all of a sudden it's wah, 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 and there's a flag waving. Hand to God.
Here's the thing.
That's what
I
happens.
am technically Gen X, but I was born in 1976, which is sort of like on the fringe of like, they call it like there's an X-lennial. So there is a lot of Gen X stuff that I just am clueless on.
Sam Allen is furiously typing to find out the internet answer to this question.
Until the early 1990s, U.S. TV stations played the national anthem as part of their sign-off routine. It featured the anthem, a patriotic video, and a test pattern before the station went off the air.
That's true.
Until the morning.
Yep.
Yeah, there's just
blank screen.
With the bars and tone, basically. Yeah.
That's
So there's
what-
nothing.
Nothing.
Yep.
There was no information that came to you. Okay, so picture it. Doesn't this sound lovely? There is no access to entertainment information.
So you're not doom scrolling.
You're
in the
not
middle of the
doom
night?
scrolling. You can't stay up late watching TV. I guess if you had a
Okay.
VHS by that time. And you were just in your thoughts. Maybe this is why we read more. Maybe we were a little more chill back then.
So after Tom Snyder, all electronics cease until 6 a.m. I'm here for it.
Honestly, I would hate
Like
it.
the internet, just like all Instagram just plays the national anthem and then goes beep for the rest of the night.
I would hate it because something happens in my brain where I will think of something at 10 o'clock and I have to know the answer right then.
Yeah.
And so we discovered that on The Amazing Race. I swear to God, we have a show for you today. But they take your phones away from you.
Yeah.
And so we would be in the hotel rooms and sometimes there would be English language TV and sometimes we would just be watching TV in German, and we needed to know the plot, but there was no subtitle. And I was like, I need my phone so badly right now. I need to know what they're saying.
Yeah, this guy he was in Turkish television.
He was in Turkish jail.
And we weren't even in Turkey, but he visited a Turkish torture facility.
We think that's what they were doing.
It had to be. Like there were dungeons and there were shackles, but he was like, he had a mustache and seemed very excited to be there.
I know.
I don't know why I mentioned the mustache part, but I just remember it vividly.
Okay.
It was a sweet, like a Tom Selleck mustache. Okay.
Okay.
You can tell I'm bantering too much when my wife says,
Okay. Big news in the Holderness house.
Mm-hmm.
We have a French exchange student with us. He's
wonderful.
The sweetest.
Yeah.
I have depended on Google Translate because I do not speak French, so I'm allowed to do that. You and PC have been clunking it along.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
We were told this is just give your students just like whatever it is you do not change your
That's
life.
right. They want an authentic American experience. That is what their French teacher, who is wonderful, said.
Don't.
Yes. And I don't know if you were at this meeting, but she said it like 4 times. And then parents were like, well, shouldn't we show up at the airport with like giant posters? And she was like, no, we need to get them
to the school.
Then you can say hello. And so the first morning, all I hear and I smell things that I have not heard or smelt
bacon
in quite some time emanating from our kitchen.
Biscuits.
Girl made biscuits, sunrise biscuits. She's like, this is what we normally do.
This is eggs, bacon, and biscuits. This is exactly what we do every Tuesday morning in America. And Ben's like, we're supposed to give them an American experience. And I was like, oh, wait. So I throw a waffle at him as he's running out the door?
That's what we do. I knew that you were going to be horrible at following this specific direction because you are, at your heart, a very welcoming, caring person who likes to go above and beyond with guests.
Exactly. So it has been a struggle for me. Even this morning, I was like, okay, we're going to go granola. We're going to do like a cereal. But I had like, oh, let me slice up some fruit. This sweet, sweet, sweet child, I don't think he knows what we do for a living.
No, we're never going to tell him.
PC records a podcast, and he was finishing recording his podcast last night. And he came downstairs. We were talking. He is just a lovely boy. And he asked, like, what is PC? Who is he talking to? I'm like, himself. He's recording a podcast, and he's like, podcast? And I was like on camera, and it blew his mind. And of course, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
But it is going to be very interesting if his parents ever discover, like,
we might just wake up one morning and he'll be gone. He's decided to leave.
Not those idiots.
I mean, he's been up here, right?
No, he's never been up here.
He's going to think we're keeping like an evil twin that we're feeding.
We all come up here, but we've never invited him up here to the attic.
I got to bring him up here. Like this is that way he can see
a very traditional American experience. Everybody has a podcast studio.
No, but once he finds out, because they're going to find out, like at least he'll see that it's legit. We have computers and cameras and stuff that we take care of.
Yes.
Or Sam takes care of for us.
Sonny did sleep in bed with him last night. How cute is that? I know. He came down. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And he had a big smile. He's like, no, he liked it.
Yeah.
No. Also, at the time that this podcast comes out, our daughter will be coming home from college in like a week.
Are you excited?
Very excited.
Yeah. We don't really know what she's going to do, but
she's applying for a lot of internships that probably require more advanced, college experience. But girl needs a job or an internship. So call me. No, she wants. I mean, she's been applying all over the place.
Yes. And she's passionate and has had a great year. And I remember, and we've talked to a lot of experts about this, she gets home and she does need to hibernate for a little while. It's like part of the experience. So we can't expect her to be like up making biscuits at 7 a.m. at first.
That's what we do in our house, though.
It is.
That's exactly what happens in our house.
It is apparently.
I will say, I feel like we documented the experience well of sending a kid off to college, because the content we produce is typically like, what's going on in your head? Like what's happening in our house? And it was all I could think about for a very long time. Yeah. It became my entire personality.
You were pre-grieving, you were actively grieving, you were post-grieving, but you weren't alone. Like we've learned, so many people have gone through this. And look, I'm not excluding myself. I think I just did it in a different way. There's something about moms that I'm sure is tied to the fact that you are a mom and you birthed her, and like all those things that I can hear and validate, but maybe never experience in the way that you did. And it's very powerful.
It might also just be my weird brain. I was also diagnosed with ADHD in September. So she left, and literally 2 weeks later, I got the results. Yeah. So it was this whole crazy identity shift that was happening. My brain just felt like a snow globe. And then also, as my therapist was saying, you do feel things very deeply. So of course you're going to feel this change very deeply. So it was just a lot. And I'm so glad it's over for a summer.
Everyone said like it's hardest at the beginning and it gets better. It takes longer to get better than you think. But now that you've had that much time, it's gotten better. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. Part of that identity crisis, you mentioned ADHD. It's the things that we've been talking about in our Lache walks largely have been, sorry, you guys all know what a Lache walk is, right?
Should we pause?
Yeah. I invented a word. I'm trying to make fetch happen.
Okay. So what is a Lache walk? And then we'll play the song.
So like 5 years ago during COVID, Kim and I went for a walk every single day, because what else are you going to do? You got to get out of that house. And we saw millions of other couples, and they were all looking straight ahead. And I was like, look, they're all going on a little Lache walk. And Kim's like, what? And I'm like, it's like they kind of talk about the stuff they don't want to talk about in the house, because, guys are a lot better at talking about things when they're looking straight ahead and don't have to make straight up eye contact. And you thought that was very funny.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we've been calling it. And then we'd finally decided it's time to
6 years later, make a song about a Lache walk.
Write a song about it.
Maybe clarify that Lache is short for relationship.
Yes, thank you.
It's not a made up word.
Yeah, it's a relationship walk shortened to Lache walk. How is it spelled? No one really knows.
Yeah, let's play the song.
You wanna go on a Lache walk, relationship but with abbreviation walk. No phones, be present in Lache walk. Share your dreams and your feelings on a Lache walk.
Honestly, that was a bop. And I think our team, we had so much fun putting that together. It was stuck in our heads. And typically when that happens, pretty universally, if we really like a video and we have a lot of fun,
It's terrible.
nobody likes
Yeah.
it. Like, I think my mom shares it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't care. I think I texted that morning, like, I don't care if nobody watches this. I had fun shooting it. I love the exercise of it. But then people liked it. They identified with it.
So anyway, on our Lache walk, most recent Lache walk, you mentioned, we were talking about identity crises. You were mentioning that like you feel much more secure and understanding of your identity after getting that diagnosis and doing a little bit of work afterwards, because it is kind of explaining some things that were unexplained for you for years.
Yes.
So that's like the opposite of an identity crisis.
Well,
that's
no,
a
but-
good thing.
Yes. So I allowed myself 3 months just to stew in it. And then in the new year, I really started working with my therapist, it has become my sort of hyper fixation is figuring out this brain of mine. But what I told you on our Lache walk was I always felt like anxiety was my fault. So I've always been, to back up, diagnosed with anxiety and OCD, like every therapist I've ever been to. It never quite felt right. I mean, I definitely have anxious tendencies, but it didn't really fit all those classic symptoms. And I really thought it was my fault. Like I couldn't process life well. And I didn't have a traumatic childhood. My parents got divorced, but I mean, most people's parents get divorced, right? And so I felt like, oh, here I have this great marriage and healthy kids, and yet I still can't handle it. And now I feel like I have an explanation of, oh, your brain like floods emotionally and sometimes struggles with when your daughter leaves for college. Of course, it feels like on a scale of 10, it feels like a 25. And so I was able to give myself a little more grace. Like I didn't create this myself. Whereas I felt like anxiety was because I wasn't meditating enough. I wasn't journaling enough. I was eating too much sugar. Like I thought that I could. So this has been a relief to have this because it explains it.
You know who you are a little better.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. And we all, I think, want to feel known to ourselves and to others. And I can say for a long time, for most of my life, I didn't really understand myself. I always felt a little weird and on the outside, which is why it explains a lot why we're married.
Because we both feel a little weird on the outside.
But truly, like when I met you, I was like, oh, this works. This fits. I think because we both felt a little weird on the outside.
Yeah.
Like on the outside, like on the fringe of groups, right?
I never thought of it that way until this moment. I just thought it was because you were hot.
You could, honestly, I fell in love with you because you could do the worm.
That would explain how I married up so much, was I had that
Stop.
connection that we could work with. Okay, hang on. I'm about to knock your socks off with this segue.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of segues.
Not just the ones you ride.
Don't even care too much for those.
Remember when we first moved here?
Yeah, and you slow down and it kicks you right in the nuts.
We took a Segway tour through Raleigh and ended with a cemetery. And I almost got into a wreck. Anyway, go ahead.
So we were just talking about Kim getting in touch with her child, her former self, her child's self, in her identity reinforcement. We're about to get in touch with our childhood selves with a little nostalgia game that we're very excited about. It's coming up right after we go to the Laugh Line. What a segue!
Laugh Line is the part of the show where everyone will find Laugh Line. You call us up and you tell us what's on your mind.
Hello, Kim and Penn. My name's Aaliyah, and I was going to ask if me and my two friends could get a shout-out, if that's okay.
Yes.
The three names are Aaliyah, Brooklyn, and Curiel. if you can, thank you so much. If not, that's great. But thank you guys so much. I love your show. I watch it all the time. So yeah, thank you so much. Mwah.
Shout out.
So she sounds a little younger than our typical audience member. So Aaliyah, Brooklyn, and Carrie L. Here's your shout out. Without knowing, you just did something that's very 1980s and 90s.
The shout out.
Which is you would call a radio station. I used to call Q105 in Tampa just to request a song, and they would record your voice and you would get a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
There's something so cool. For example, Penn listens to this podcast every day called Locked On
Panthers.
I
don't know how many people listen to it, but I am
definitely
a super fan.
And he tweets in a question every week. And he's like, Kim, they're about to say my name. They're going to say my name. They're going to say, and they're like, Penn has a question. What do you think about? And he gets so geeked out that this really capable.
Julian, his name's Julian. He's amazing.
Julian says his name. I'm like, your name is on a lot of places. Your name is said a lot of times.
No, but Julian said it.
You got to shout out.
And the tens of 20s of however many people are watching the podcast.
Let's not offend Julian. I'm sure he has a big audience.
Dude, here's the thing. Here's what this guy brings his friggin' lunch pail to work every single day. He does 20 minutes on the Panthers, at least, sometimes 30, every day.
Is there that?
There's nothing going on right now.
There's that much content?
So this has been an interesting time because the Super Bowl was like 2 months ago. Someone will say something like the Panthers might trade someone. So he takes that and turns that into a conversation. But I've never heard him do the same thing twice. So Julian's my guy. And yes, I know it's weird because
you just love it when he says your name.
It's like someone said my name on the radio in 1990 and I was like getting the antenna right.
See, we want to be known. We want people to know us. And that includes having your name said on the internet. So Aaliyah, Brooklyn, and Carrie L. Shout out. Okay. Our next call from Rebecca from Florida.
Hi, everybody. This is Rebecca Wasney from Orlando, Florida. I think we need to talk about the missing song lyric booklet from our lives. I remember as a kid and a teenager sitting for hours with my cassette tapes or CDs, opening that insert, listening to my favorite song over and over again until I had the lyrics down. I feel like our lives are missing that at-home escape. Just think we need to have that back in our lives a little bit.
Okay.
Penn and I have this segment.
Which one of us is going to talk first? Let me start, and then I'll let you, because I'm just going to explain what she's talking about for those of you who do not know.
Fair.
So, and then I swear to God, you'll be able to talk. So it's mostly the CD cases had it. A few of the tapes had it, but you pull the booklet out of a CD case. It's like a mini book, and there's the cover of the CD, and then inside are all of the lyrics written in a font so small that only
young eyes could
absolutely read. Even with my readers, I could not read this.
But you could as a child.
Yes, and so that's what you do. You listen to the album once, and then you're like, I wonder what they're saying. And then you're like, holy crap, I don't think I knew any of these things. So you sit there and you read the album as they're singing it. Then you have to fold it back up correctly and stuff it back in this tiny little spot of the jewel case. And it never fits. It's like a map. It never fits back the way that it did before. I yield to the distinguished Congresswoman from Raleigh now. Go ahead.
Thank you for explaining that to our younger listeners, Aaliyah, Brooklyn, and Carrie L.
Yeah.
I have to say, this is what we did when there was no TV.
Yeah.
Like I just went, I had a boom box and I would put in my tapes, and I do feel like I had Janet Jackson Control as a record and a tape. And so I definitely, and then once we got MTV, I recorded like Rhythm Nation and If, and that's like how I know all the choreography of it. But this is what we did.
Yeah.
This is what we did.
Yeah. The other point is like, I really like, because they don't have those cases, I guess you can just look it up online what the words are, but people, I don't think they do that as much anymore. So like, I don't know what anyone's saying.
No.
I know what the chords are, but I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
So speaking of music, another segue. I'm not very good at the segues.
You want me to try it?
Try it.
Okay. So we're going to go from those jewel cases that we all had to pack back up and fold back up and get our CDs in there to a jewel of a game created by our producer, Sam Allen, that's going to take us down memory lane, nostalgia. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's do it.
All right, welcome to What Are These Songs Really About?
What?
Let me clarify, what are these 90s songs really about?
Yes.
So I've done research on some classic 90s songs.
Okay.
Love it.
It's going to be kind of a mix of a game. I'm going to play a clip.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys are going to try to identify the song.
That's step
Easy.
one. Yep.
Then figure out the meaning.
What's the song about?
What's the song about? Some
Yeah.
of them obvious, some of them not so obvious.
Okay.
And to be fair, I've gotten these wrong in the past quite a bit, especially like songs that I thought were perfectly wholesome that I found out when I was much later that are filthy, right, Kim?
It was really eye-opening. It was really eye-opening to hear what some of these songs were about.
But to be fair, we don't know these.
We don't know these.
Yeah, Sam
okay.
has selected some new songs.
Okay.
Yep.
To get me
through this semitone kind of wife.
You know, it says semi-charmed kind of life.
It does?
Stop it.
I'm kidding.
Semi-charmed kind of life. What were more of the lyrics?
I want something else. I'm not listening when you say goodbye.
Goodbye.
And then it's, I'm back and I'm rolling, strolling, flippity ding, a dong, a flowing, rolling, up the lipidation.
I think he's just talking about having like a good life.
I'm going to
okay.
play another small clip from the song, and I really want you to listen to the lyrics.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, is this song?
Is he doing crystal meth?
Said, doing crystal meth will lift you up until you break.
What?
So this song is about crystal meth.
And we were just bopping along.
But when he says, I want something else to get me through it, do you think he's saying,
I would like to recover from this.
or does it mean, man, this is kind of dull. I could sure go for a little bit more meth now.
Well, I actually have a fun fact about this. The original lyrics were, I want nothing else. And the studio had them change it, thinking it was a little too...
So Third Eye Blind.
And so
got
now it's like,
down
I
with
want
it, man.
something
Yes,
else.
I want to
Yeah.
move past this.
Okay.
And
It's
another
not-
fun fact, I pulled a bunch of fun facts.
Yeah,
Okay, this is
please,
amazing.
please.
section. I don't know if you remember.
Do, 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 do.
Yeah.
Totally improvised in the studio.
Oh, that's cool.
I love that. Okay. I excuse your meth for a good doot section.
But I mean, it's possible that the meth really helped him kind of create the
Stop
song.
it.
Okay,
hey,
sorry.
Aaliyah's listening.
Yeah.
Don't do
Don't
drugs.
do meth.
Or any
You'll
drug.
lose all.
Your teeth. Yes. Okay.
All right, next song.
Is this J-Lo?
No, it's Janet Jackson.
Okay, sorry. Okay. Oh, that's so empowering and positive. I'm terrified.
Everywhere you go,
Everywhere. Oh, it's Someone's Dead.
I can see your star.
Shining down on me. Someone's
Oh.
dead.
Did somebody die?
I didn't even think about it until right now. Someone is dead.
Oh, I never put. I
It's
had
such a bop, like upbeat song.
I had all of Janet's. I was a big Janet fan.
Yes, we
Never
know.
knew that.
You know all the dances.
What is it?
This was a tribute to a friend that Janet Jackson lost to AIDS.
Oh,
And she actually donated part of the proceeds of the song to AIDS research.
I love that.
Sam, you're doing a good job with this because you're making us go, oh. And then like 5 seconds later,
Oh.
okay. We've got Hanson. Oh, these kids are like 10 years old.
Okay. Let's listen.
Okay. We all know these. Can I be honest? I couldn't understand any of the lyrics other than bop. Kim, did you understand any of them?
I don't think those lyrics are meant to be understood. I think we were all just meant to bop and just sort of bounce
Yeah.
around. And I think that's all we need to know.
Right. And the leads, I mean, these boys were young. Like the lead singer was yet to have a deep voice.
Yes, but I appreciated their work. Please tell me, don't break my heart.
Well, before I know what they are, what were the lyrics? I'm curious about that.
Can you tell me who will still care?
Aw.
So it's about friendships not lasting.
Oh, okay. Thank God. I thought it was going to be like suicide or something. Okay. So it's friendships not lasting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on to people close.
Yeah.
They might not all be there.
You know, I am realizing, so Penn, you write original songs and lyrics all the time.
Yeah.
And they are usually about funny observational humor.
Yeah.
What you probably need is to go a little darker to get a hit.
Well, if you want me to be,
Let's talk about Alzheimer's,
Yeah.
but make it a bop.
Right. And apparently you can make it sound however you want to. Like,
Yeah.
Isn't there already an Alzheimer's song?
I'm sure there is.
Don't you forget about me. But I'm
Sam.
Get out with LPP. Yeah, you know me. Who's down with LPP?
All right. So OPP stands for other people's.
Property.
Nope.
I thought when I was in high school, it stood for other people's
Property.
P word, but it does stand for other people's property. And I learned that like 3 weeks ago.
If you listen to the song, we won't get into that. We'll do it sort of properly. We'll say the last P, stands for property.
But to really explain that, saying the men are just sharing women.
Ew.
Yes. Yeah, that's. It's
Are you
other-
down with other people's women?
Yeah, I knew that one.
Ew.
What are you looking at me for? I didn't write it. You see the look she just gave me?
That's so gross. Why were we dancing to those things?
I mean, Kim, I have seen you really get low when it comes to certain windows
in certain,
and certain walls.
I mean, that
so-
is, I think our music, it stands the test of time in that all bops, but we as a generation got away with some really
Misogynistic,
heinous sort of, yeah.
Sleeps when it's raining, and she screams, and her voice is strange. She says, baby.
It's 3 a.m. and I must be lonely. And then sometimes and the rain gonna wash away.
Is it she's trying to get away at 3 a.m.? What is this about?
This is about the lead singer's mom's battle with cancer.
So it's about
That's really,
and the 3 a.m. thing.
Can't sleep.
Yeah.
he can't, oh my gosh.
Sorry.
That's-
I'm so
No.
sorry. This was so depressing. But like
But it is
that
sort
song,
of a
like you
bop.
just sing. It's
Yeah.
a bop and it's like a really sad story.
There's a reason that they don't talk too much about what these songs are about because there'd probably be fewer people like driving in their car playing them, and with the window down, thinking it's a Friday afternoon and everything's perfect.
Speaking of driving in your car.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Wallflowers. This is Bob Dylan's kid, right, or nephew or something.
Let's listen.
Always seemed such a way. She always had a pretty face. I wondered why she hung around this.
Pretty face.
What was the chorus of that
It always
one?
seems such a waste.
The one headlight.
Hey, come on, drive a little. Nothing is forever. Got to be something better than in the middle. Me and Cinderella put it all together. We could drive it home
With one headlight.
with one headlight.
So that means that you can make it. You can do it. All you need is one headlight.
I'm
And
just going to have you listen to this one first
Okay.
lyric first.
Okay.
Okay.
Sun coming up at the funeral
Oh.
at dawn.
They talk about a funeral in the first lyric.
At dawn.
Yeah, I see the sun coming up in the. So someone's dead, again, probably in a car accident, and maybe because oh my god,
Maybe because-
did she get in a wreck because one of her headlights was out?
Okay, I don't have that much information.
Okay.
I just have that it's about a death of a friend.
Okay.
One Headlight by the Wallflowers. It won 2 Grammys in 1998.
Oh, it was a bop.
And the lead singer is the son of Bob Dylan.
Jacob Dylan.
Oh, wow. Okay. A lot of death.
But that's another one that like I blast in the car.
1,000. That's a good driving
Yeah,
song.
but the sun. I mean, it's not like he was hiding it. The first line, I see the sun coming up for the funeral at dawn.
And like we're singing it and not
Yeah.
realizing what we're saying.
Wow. We're not that smart.
I may have to go back to being blissfully unaware when this is
Yeah.
all over. But okay, Sam, what's up? What's next? Okay,
There you go.
this one's
Tick-tock, you don't stop.
about clocks.
This is about clocks and about
Tick-tock.
keeping accurate
Yep.
time.
Yep. The real words are, "I want to sync you up."
I can't
Right?
tell you. So this is the issue, Sam. That song would come on the radio. I want to sex you up. And I would sing it in the car with my mother. And it was nothing. Like we just didn't even, we had no awareness that was maybe inappropriate.
Even though the words were, "I want to sex you up."
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I may have skipped this one riding with my mom.
Mary Holderness.
But just so you know, like when I make parodies, my favorite ones are ones that are overtly like that, and then change it to something like G-rated. It's always fun.
How would you have changed this one?
I want to text you up. I want Tex-Mex. I don't know. Like, I don't know any of those things. We haven't done this one yet. I could think of some other stuff, but that's the first one that popped
All right,
up.
back to sad.
Yeah. This is. I can tell to see the road that we walk on is paved in gold. Positive gold. It's always sunny. It never gets cold. Amazing.
It's heaven. Sounds like heaven.
You never get old and gray?
It's are they in heaven?
This is the saddest one, guys.
Oh my
This is
God.
based on a real story of an elderly couple, Layla and Raymond Howard, who both had dementia, got in the car and drove away. And they weren't found until 2 weeks later off the side of a mountain. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. This is so sad.
Do singers just like
Do
look
they
at
read
police
the
blotters?
newspaper and they find the
Like
saddest
they go to the
crap?
obituary section.
And then they write a really sunny, shiny, happy song about it?
That seems like what's happening.
What?
That didn't have to be about that. That could have been about a road that's paved in gold.
Just a what? A road.
But now that I hear
I'll
it,
highlight that first
oh my
lyric.
God, where are
It
they
says,
going without ever knowing the way? Yeah, yep. I hear it now. I didn't hear it before. Sorry, I'm laughing.
Where?
But he was trying to find the bright side. They chose how to go. There wasn't
I
skid
mean, like a
marks
bit of a
down,
Thelma
like-
and Louise situation.
Oh, they Thelma and
Yeah.
Louise it. Honestly, empowering.
I'm with you. I choose to think that is a happy song
Yes, it's paved in
because they
gold.
Thelma and Louise did, and they were like,
They took
F
control of
everybody
that.
else. Yes, it's my new favorite song.
I love that.
Yeah.
Look where you are.
Okay. Happy. Oh, it's about a water slide.
No, I just want to be with you.
I'm going to play another specific lyric
Okay.
that I think really gets into the details here.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, what I
the
can't.
priest is on
The
the phone.
first line was,
Your father
"Don't-
hits the wall.
Don't you love the life you killed?
Yeah.
The priest is on the phone.
So is it about abortion? It's about the borscht.
We just abbreviate on a borscht.
Oh, wow. Why wouldn't you smile? Again, it's a happy song.
I feel like I need the gif of Homer disappearing into the corn stalks here.
Goo Goo Dolls, baby.
Oh, the Googs.
You just said borscht and then you said the googs. These are the Chili Peppers. I don't know what they're saying. Could not get enough.
I want to waste your time. What are they saying?
Under the bridge uptown. I could not get enough.
Oh, that's heroin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's heroin. They famously had some of that.
Oh,
But
wow.
it's so funny. All these guys now, like him, Eddie Vedder, they like, you see them now and they've aged really well because they got so crazy in their 20s. They don't do any of it anymore. Eddie
Also,
Vedder
let's
looked amazing.
Let's say that they may have the money for some Hollywood interventions as well.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. But also it takes like willpower in your own brain
Yep.
to make those decisions. So
This one is a personal favorite because I remember being a child and singing this loud in the car.
oh yeah, I remember this.
Comes one.
Okay. I'm going to say that's a largely female demographic for that song, but go ahead.
Well, obviously, they are going to get married and they are going to show their love by they're going to light a unity candle at their wedding.
Because when a man loves a woman very much
They get married.
and pledges their lives to each
They
other in
become
front
one.
of God, witnesses, and a magistrate of the court.
Right. The two become
Let's
one.
get it on. Let's get this wedding on.
Yeah.
Exactly how I interpreted it.
Spice Girls.
That was Spice Girls. Okay.
Spice Girls.
That wasn't on my playlist.
Everything I know, I learned from them.
Oh, really?
If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends, right?
Girl
That's true.
anthem.
Yeah.
That is such a girl
Also,
anthem.
like, as a big part of our marriage book, tell me what you want, what you really want. Why I sleep all day and I start to complain that there's no rain. All right, so that's Blind Melon,
Why I sleep all day.
and I don't understand why I sleep all day, and I start to complain, but there's no rain. Is it just about, are they in the desert? And it's
And he's thirsty.
Just a little depressed.
Okay, that's the no rain.
I don't understand why I sleep all day.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
Oh, you're depressed.
But we're going to end on an absolute bop
Okay.
that was popular in its time, but had a massive resurgence after appearing in the 2021 movie Magic Mike.
Oh, Pony? Yeah. Oh, we all know what this is about. Come on. He ain't talking about me. So,
This person likes horses.
to be clear, no, I actually
lot.
know what this is about because if you watch Parks and Rec, there was this pony named Little Sebastian who
Yes.
died, and you look it up. Genuine came to the Unity Festival in Pawnee to do a tribute to Little Sebastian. And he said, Little Sebastian, you're my pony. So this song is about Little Sebastian.
That's a very deep cut. But obviously, this person was a horse enthusiast. And that is all I
Liked
will
horses.
say about that.
Yep.
Because it is a
Bop.
bop. Yeah.
Have you ever not heard the first 5 seconds of that song
Dong.
and dropped everything that you had, no matter where you were?
When did that come out?
It was early 2000s, I think.
No,
right?
1996.
Okay.
Oh, in the 90s?
I
Kept
was
everything in the 90s.
this was all 90s. I definitely was in college.
Yeah. Was it known as a stripper song before Magic Mike, or was it just like a club song? Because now I imagine if you go to a male strip club, that's like a hourly requirement to play that song.
Yeah, it just, it kind of announces the new hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the clock ticking at 00. Boom.
Bow, bow,
Like if I went
bow.
to a male strip club, I'd be really disappointed if they didn't play that song the entire time I was there. Never been to one, but it just seems like
You're missing out. I do remember it as a college, like in the club
okay.
song.
It is wonderful. And I've never seen Magic Mike, but I assume
You've never seen it?
no.
It's actually really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually like
I
I
like
enjoy
Channing
it.
Tatum.
You're like, I don't enjoy naked men,
You're
but
good with it?
No, I thought like I enjoyed the movie because
Yeah.
it's like also Channing Tatum is very funny.
Yeah,
Yes.
he is.
well done with the game.
Yeah, is that
Samantha.
it? That was awesome. So thank you for throwing in some easy ones here and there.
Honestly, so it wasn't depressing.
And
The choice on
Could
that
tell.
one.
Could
I
tell.
am fascinated by the songwriting process now more than ever.
Like, do they just go to the police blotter?
Well, I love Taylor Swift as a lyricist. You could read her lyrics like poetry, and people do. And it seems, but when you're going into listening to a Taylor Swift song, like there's more to it and people study her lyrics. I was not expecting so many of those like 90s roll the windows down, scream from the top of your lungs songs to be about such depressing things. Okay, beautiful game, Samantha Allen. Round of applause. But you're not done, Sam, because we have received so many emails and messages because Sam and Penn have talked about doing a spin-off podcast called Space Cadet. So part ADHD, but also part just being a space nerd. And this would definitely be you two. I could come in for some commentary, but I thought because of the Artemis launch, and now by the time this airs, they'll be back, right?
One would hope.
One would hope they'd be
Yes.
back.
Yeah.
That we can, give you two a platform to do like a mini episode, try it out right now.
Today?
Yes.
I have
Sweet.
pre-produced.
Did you produce it?
A mini episode for us.
This is my dream. Sam does all of the preparation.
yes.
And I'm just here
As the personality
getting
hire.
it sometimes right or wrong. We're doing a space cadet? Like a mini space cadet?
Welcome
Okay.
to Mini Space Cadet.
Yay!
I'm your co-host, Sam Allen.
Wait, do we need her on the screen?
No, I feel like you should be on the screen.
Okay, guys, welcome to a mini episode of Space Cadets. I thought it'd be great because as of today, it is April 9th when we're recording this, which I think is important to know. Artemis 2 is currently in the air.
Yeah.
This podcast does not come out until a few weeks. So
Yes.
hopefully they will be back
Boy,
on
we're going
Earth.
to cut this segment if they're
Yeah,
not.
we will have to.
Yeah.
But I think we just need to start out about what are your thoughts on Artemis 2?
Man, it's been so cool to see a lunar mission with all of the modern bells and whistles that we have to monitor it. There's this thing, I think it's called Acon. I can't remember the name of it. There's an app on my phone and my computer that shows me exactly where they are. There have been phenomenal pictures when they went on the far side of the moon of the eclipse. They actually got the moon as it was being eclipsed by the Earth and the sun because they timed it up for that opportunity. I also have loved like getting to know these astronauts, these particular astronauts, particularly what's the woman's last
Christina
name? Koch.
Koch.
Yeah.
I think it was Koch.
She is becoming like slowly a social media star with some of her comments and her relatability. I've had to spend a lot of time explaining to my wife why it's taken so long to get back to the moon. And this is what I've told her. Am I going too far with this answer?
No, please.
When we went to the moon in the 60s, we were fighting for national security. We believed that Russians were going to build a nuclear weapons base on the moon, and among other things. And so we spent 4.4% of our annual federal budget during the height of the Apollo missions. Here's the most impressive part of what we just did. And I know it's been 60 years since we did it last time. We did it with less than 0.4% of our annual federal budget. So we did it for more than 10 times less than they had to do it in the 60s. Because people just there's no threat. There's no existential threat. You have to be very careful and you've got to find a really economic way to get there. And they did it. So that to me is pretty cool.
Yeah. This has been awesome for me because I'm a huge space nerd and we're doing it in this day and age and like seeing all the social media stuff. Like we are getting up to the minute information. The astronauts have their phones that they're taking their own photos.
Yeah.
Like it's just been really cool. And I want to play the clip. Basically when Artemis circled behind the moon, there was a communication break for 40 minutes.
I remember can remember that? We were like sitting in the car refreshing
Freaking
our
out,
phone.
yeah.
And as soon as they came back around, astronaut Christina Koch said this.
Okay.
When we burned this bird towards the moon, I said that we do not leave Earth, but we choose it.
Choose
And
it.
that is true. We will explore, we will build ships, we will visit again. We will construct science outposts, we will drive rovers, we will do radio astronomy, we will found companies, we will bolster industry, we will inspire. But ultimately, we will always choose Earth. We will always choose each other.
That hit me in the feels. We were driving down, like we were in traffic, and I think universally a lot of times I don't want to choose Earth. I feel like we're so combative towards each other. What's happening in our world, the war, it's just awful, but it is such a brilliant reminder. It was such a brilliant reminder of like how lucky we are.
Yeah, that God or science or whatever you want to believe gave us one planet.
Yeah.
And we can't screw it up.
Right. How'd that hit you, Sam?
Yeah, like the same. I think like she's on the other side of the moon and they're looking back at Earth. Like that's our home. That's home base. And it's so easy to get discouraged by the world right now. And yet we are living in a time where 4 humans are passing the moon and that is so cool. Yeah. And we just need to be just thankful and enjoy like finding the joy in how cool it is to be in this time, in this world where we have the choice.
Yeah, you saw a lot of joy if you go through some of NASA's released photos from the launch. Like the people were going bonkers.
Yeah.
In the launch.
I want to talk about the inspiration of this particular mission. And I think when we talk about the original moon landing, a lot of those men were like put on a pedestal and they're heroes. And I'm not saying they're not, but there's been something really beautiful about these 4 astronauts and us learning about them, learning about their families, what kind of hobbies they have, that they're like, oh, those are humans. They're smarter than me, but like we are the same. And so I want to talk about what I think was the biggest viral moment as of now from this trip was when Commander Reed Wiseman named a bright crater on the moon after his late wife, Carol, who died of cancer in 2020. I, for one, cried multiple times.
Sobbed.
Every time I've seen the clip, him naming it, the 4 of them hugging. I guess it's just like, how did that make you feel? And why do you think it's resonating with so many people?
Because NASA needs humanity. Like it's been dying for humanity ever since. I mean, all the astronauts had the same name in the 60s. They were all called Buzz. They all looked the same. They all were, you know, I don't think a lot of them are married anymore. Like it was just this kind of like robot factory of Air Force pilots who went up and they spoke in very scientific terms. And I mean, there's that one small step for man. That was a beautiful human moment that captivated people for a long time, but there haven't been a lot of human moments in space. And that one was out of the park. Perfect. It was this man showing his vulnerability, this man showing his friends and celebrating with them and mourning with them. And like, there's something about a group hug in space, right? I think to me, it was the group hug that I was looking at. And I'm like, oh my God, well, that's a first.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember anyone, I don't even think that they like shook hands on the moon. I think they were both, they were soldiers at that point. And this felt more like humans.
I saw some great quotes that were like, 2 men hugging in space after naming a crater after your late wife is peak masculinity.
Yes, absolutely.
And I think as us down on Earth, like we need examples of that. We're craving examples of humanity and choosing each other. So that's why this has hit me. And I'm not as you know, I try to be a space nerd, but I don't have the love and passion that you two do.
Well, this is all really important, you guys, because its image is everything when it comes to the future of NASA. It got crusty and dry. They were going back to the moon for the same reasons, same looking people. Like the public weren't interested. This is a well-known fact. That's what.
Yeah.
I mean, we beat the Russians. It was over. There wasn't a national security issue. So there needs to be some skin in the game, and what you guys are describing is going to help.
And ladies, if he's not calling you back, just know
you're in space.
You can do better.
Honestly,
one day a man will name a crater after you.
If a man is not naming a crater after me, I don't want it.
Well, this was really fun. I'm so glad we got to do a mini episode.
Yeah, you did a great job producing it too.
Thank you.
Like this is my favorite part about this is me doing the work beforehand.
That's all I want from you.
Okay,
I don't relax.
I think it's time for you to read the credits now, Sam.
Yes.
Okay. Laugh Lines is written and produced by Kim Holderness, Penn Holderness, and Anne-Marie Tapke. Miss you, girl. I don't know why I look to the sky. She's not dead. She's in Mexico. She's in Miss you, girl in Mexico. With original music by Penn Holderness. It is film edited and live produced by me, Sam Allen, and hosted by ACAST. As always, we love to hear from you. Please write to us at podcast@theholdernessfamily.com or leave a voicemail at 323-364-3929. And we'll talk to you soon on the Laugh Line.
Bye.
Bye.